Today we'll go over the properties of logarithms. So we know that log of x is the same as log base 10 of x. Natural log of x is the same as log base e of x. And the properties are log of x to the a is the same as a log x. Log of a product is the sum of the logs. Log of a quotient is the difference of the logs. And then if you aren't careful and you just connect every time you see addition, you go to multiplication, then you might make the mistake of saying that there's a property for this. There's no property for that, and there's no property for this. So they don't have properties. And if you have log base 2, you could write it as log base 3 or any other base that you want. And all we do is put the x on top and put the 2 as the base, put it on the bottom. And generally that is log base a to the b, log base a of b could be log base c of b over log base c of a. So here's the type of question that requires that we use the properties, and a good place to start is to write it as a fraction. 25 over 2. And our goal is to get to a 2 and a 5, and here we see a 5 and a 2, 5 squared. So we can go out natural log of 25 minus natural log of 2. And that's going to be natural log of 5 squared. 2 natural log of 5 minus natural log of 2. So in this one you'll write it as a fraction and do a similar strategy. So pause and try both of these. So when we see the 10, we're trying to get to a 5 and a 2, and we have a 2, 2, and a 5. We can break these up. 4ln2 minus ln2 plus ln5. The product turns into a sum, and now we can go 4 of these minus 1 of these, 4 minus 1, and then minus natural log of 5. Here we're trying to get to a 2 and a 5, so we could write it as 2 times 100. And that 100 could be 25 times 4, so natural log 2 times 4 times 25. The 25 gives us the base, or gives us the 5, and then we can just work with the 2 and the 4. Rewrite it as 8 times 25. And we'll have natural log of 8 plus natural log of 25. This is 2 to the third and 5 squared. We could use a property and multiply by 2, but just by reading this, we can just say this is to what power do you raise e to get e to the second power? So this is just 2. To what power do you raise e to get e to the 12th power? 12. 16 minus 12. And we have base 2, so we need to make that appear here. And with the property of moving the power in front, we could do that. And to what power do you raise 2 to get 32? That's to the 5th power. So we have 1/5 times 5. We get 1. And we'll do that one. All right. Pause and try those. Then we can move that out in front, so it'll be 3 times 1/6. Log base 7 of 49. 3 over 6 would be a 1/2. And to what power do you raise 7 to get 49? 2, so we get a 1. 36. Let's move this out in front. To what power do you raise e to get e? That's 1. And then we go 1/2 of 36. And this will be 1 times 20. So we get -2. So on a calculator, most of them don't have bases other than 10 or e, so we would have to change this base to natural log base e, or we could do log base 10. Log base 10 of 10, log base 10 of 3, and log base e of 10, log base e of 3. If we do either one, this is what we get on the calculator. Try this on the calculator. We could do log base 10 or natural log. With either one, we get that. So here's another type of question where they ask you to get in terms of a certain logarithm. We have a natural log of 162. We need to write it as with a natural log of 2. We need to get a power of 2, and then we can put the power out in front. So we need to rewrite this as a power of 2, and we can do that with a factor tree. So we see that this is going to be natural log of 2 and then 3 to the 4th. Natural log of 2 plus natural log of 3 to the 4th. Then with the values they gave, the natural log of 2 is going to be 0.69. Natural log of 3 is 1.1. So we add those and we get 5.09. All right, try this one. We need to rewrite it in terms of natural log 2 and natural log 3. Pause and try that one. We know that we want 4 to be with a base 2. Well, 2 squared is 4, and 27 is 3 to the 3rd power. Now we have the natural log that we wanted, ln3 and ln2. Natural log of 2 is 0.69, and natural log of 3 is 1.1. So we get negative 1.92. And that's it for today.